development. First week developments are in the fertilization. We have finished the topic of gametogenesis, that means the development of gametes, spermatogenesis, that is development of sperms, spermatozoa, and oogenesis, the development of the oocyte. So these we have completed. Now what is fertilization? Fertilization is a union of male conucleus with the female conucleus at the ampullary part of the uterine tube. Now we have to know, before this fertilization there are some changes which occurs in the spermatozoa as well as in the oocyte. Now what does that changes takes place? First we will see the maturation of the spermatozoa. So spermatogenesis is the production house. It is a production house of the spermatocytes, spermatozoa, which are being kept in the epididymis as the factory. Now before this, it will travel to reach the ampulla of the uterine tube. It has to mature itself. So it is a maturation of the spermatozoa by a process called spermiogenesis. So spermiogenesis, what are the stages of spermiogenesis? Let us see. Now this is the first, we will see the spermatozoa over there. This is the part, that is the Golgi apparatus, the nucleus, the centrioles are there, and the mitochondria within this spermatozoa. Then we will see there is the appearance of the granule, that is called acrosome granule, and then we will see these centrioles. They are being proximal centriole and distal centrioles, and the mitochondria arrange themselves from both the sides. Then we will take the elliptical shape of the head of the spermatozoa. Acrosomal cap, nucleus, this is proximal centriole, this is distal centriole, it is forming the eggshell filaments, and this mitochondria will be on both the sides. Then ultimately you will see this is the tube-shaped egg, acrosomal cap, nucleus, proximal granules, this is the material, by the side is the mitochondria, and it reaches to form the tail. Ultimately, this is the stage where we will see this is the head of the spermatozoa, this is the body of the middle piece, this is the principal piece, that is for the head, middle piece, and then the tail piece. In the head, we will see this acrosome and the nucleus. Then we will see the proximal centrioles in the region of the body and the middle piece and the proximal piece, that is called the neck, where we will see the presence of the proximal centrioles. Then in the body, the middle piece, we will see the main axial filament passes, and then the mitochondria, they will be arranged in the sheath like this, and the axial filament is extended till to the extreme of the tail region. Now we will see what are the changes that takes place over here. You see the acrosomal caps, that is a red color acrosomal cap. Then we will see the Golgi complex. So the Golgi complex will go and form the acrosomal cap. Then we will see the nucleus of the head, that is forming the nucleus of the spermatozoa. Then we will see the mitochondria, which is forming the sheath of the middle piece. This is the mitochondria reached till to the tail region. There are proximal and the distal centrioles. This is from in the neck region, this is from the proximal centrioles, and distal centrioles is forming a ring between the middle piece and the tail, that is called ring annulus. So these are the changes which is taking place from the spermatozoa by a process called spermiogenesis, and then this spermatozoa becomes a head, then the neck, the middle piece and the tail piece, that is the main structure of the spermatozoa. This spermatozoa is the motile and is the capacity to fertilize the female conucleus. So this is the changes that takes place to become the spermatozoa. Now this spermatozoa has to have some changes when it reach to the vaginal epithelium of the female genital tract, and there are some biochemical changes taking place in the acrosomal cap, that is called capacitation. Only capacitated spermatozoa has the capability to fertilize. If the spermatozoa is not capacitated, then that is a useless spermatozoa. So the capacitation is a process which is taking place of about 7 hours within the vaginal epithelium of the female genital tract when the spermatozoa reach to the vagina. Okay.